Well, hello, my valued listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Living in Your Power. This is the final episode in our August series, The Empowered Yes, Aligning with What You Are Called to Do. I'm your host, Dr. Marlene Greenleaf, and this month has been a journey from unlearning, people-pleasing, and fear-based yeses to embracing rest, discernment, and deep alignment with what God is really calling you to do. And now, as we close this series, I want to ask you one more question. What does it actually look like to live a yes life? Because that phrase sounds exciting, right? But it's also been overused. Living your yes life isn't just about being booked and busy. It's about being rooted and responsive. So today's episode is entitled, Living the Yes Life, What Alignment Actually Looks Like. Now, we live in a culture that celebrates doing constantly. But here's what I've learned. Activity isn't always alignment. You can be successful and stressed. You can be productive and off path. You can also be serving others and still betraying yourself. Living the yes life means saying yes to what reflects your values, not just your visibility. It means your goals, your relationships, your schedule, and your spiritual walk are not in conflict, but in agreement. Now, Romans 12:2 tells us, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. That, my dear listeners, is alignment. It's a mindset that keeps your spirit, your decisions, and your boundaries in sync with your assignment. Now, it doesn't mean that life is perfect. What it means is that you are not constantly fighting against yourself. Now, let me share what alignment looks like for me. Alignment is when I can say yes and feel peace and not panic. It's when my no is clear and unshaken without an explanation. And it's when I serve not to prove, but because I am called. And honestly, it's taken me time and healing to get there. I used to be overbooked. I would overbook myself, say yes to things that made my stomach turn, and call it servant leadership. But what I was actually doing was sacrificing my wellness for my image. But now, I check in, I pray, and I listen to God and my body. And when I feel that deep yes in my spirit, I know it's aligned. So I want to share with you 3 ways to start living a yes life. For real. First, I want you to do a weekly alignment check-in. Ask yourself, what feels forced right now? What feels flowing? And let go of what feels off. Next, I want you to check for fruit. And by this I mean, is this yes bearing peace, joy, and growth? Or is it giving stress, confusion, and depletion? And third, align your inner and outer life. Listen, don't speak and live chaos. Let your choices reflect your values. I want to repeat that. Don't speak and live chaos. You must let your choices reflect your values. So here's your empowerment prompt for this week. Where in your life are you ready to walk in full alignment? What's one yes you've been avoiding because it scares you, but deep down you know it's right? I want you to write it down, pray on it, and take one action step this week on that. Now, in closing, I want you to remember that living the yes life is not about perfection. It's about permission. Permission to show up whole, rested, focused, and led by God, not by fear or hustle. You don't need to chase alignment. You just need to return to it again and again. I want to thank you, dear listeners, for walking through this series with me. And guess what? We're just getting started. I will be back next week with a brand new theme for September. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. So until then, I want you to continue to live boldly in your power. And if it gets tough, just breathe. You still have the strength to rise. So until next time, continue to live in your